just wanted to make this video going over displaying text with SplashKit, as it was something I was a bit confused about in 6.2D, the robot dodge changes, where we had to display some text for the score. So here I'm using the shape drawing task from week 1, where we have a window and then use fill ellipse and rectangle and triangle to build a house. So let's just run this. I've also added some text to display. So here's our window with our house, and this is some text that I've added. And if we go and look at the code for the text, we can see some of the input parameters. So it takes in a string of text, which is what is displayed. So that in this case, this is my house. The color of the text, what color you want it to be. It also takes a string in as the font. So I've added Arial here, but that doesn't do anything because we haven't loaded a font in. So this is just a default text that is used by SplashKit. Also, the font size is taken in as an integer, and that doesn't do anything without loading a font in. This size is the default size, so if I change this number, the window won't be affected. And then we also have some doubles X and Y, where the font is displayed on the window. So in terms of loading a font, we can check what fonts we have installed. On Windows, we can do this by going to the C drive or whatever drive Windows is installed on, and then going to the Windows folder and then the fonts folder. And this will show us all the fonts we have installed. We can also install fonts, and I found a good way of doing that, or a good site for that, is fonts.google.com. It's just an open source free fonts that Google has. And there's a bunch here. We can type something. What did I have as my text? This is my house. And this will preview all the fonts. Let's just pick Mooly, the example of this, and download the family. We'll get a zip file with the font file in it. For this next part, we want to go to our code directory, because for downloaded fonts, we have to put the font file in a fonts folder in our directory. So if we go to where our code is, we'll make a new folder, we'll call it fonts. We can also do this by running the skm resources command, which adds a bunch of the folders for different resources, but you can also just make the folder like this. Let's drop it in there. We're going to want to rename and get this string because we want to make reference to this, and go back to our code. So now we want to run splashkit.loadFont, and we'll call this Mooly, and then the string. And let's add another font from the Windows directory, a default font. So we can just go with Arial, and this is the whole font family. So if we just look at Arial regular, it's just arial.ttf, so we can copy that. And go SplashKit, load font again. I'll just call this Arial. And then the name of the font file. And because this is a Windows default font, we don't have to put it in our fonts directory, because I'm pretty sure by using system, that allows us to reference Windows installed fonts by default. So we can change this to Mooly, and maybe we can make another DrawText. Let's say, look how cool it is. We can change the color, so maybe let's just go green, and we can use Arial to show the difference. Maybe make it a bit smaller and put it up top left of screen. And we'll save our program and we will run it. So here's our Mooly font, which is different to what we had before because it was a lot smaller, and this font is a lot bigger. And we also have Arial here with the green. So let me know if anyone has any questions or if there's anything I didn't explain too well, or anything that needs, if my explanation was wrong anywhere, because I think this is sort of the best way of changing fonts and allowing you to use different sizes, because by default we can't do that. So thanks for watching.